Hi everyone, my name is Courtney and I just want to talk. We're in quarantine right now. I don't have any place that I feel comfortable going, so I just figured let me go ahead and try to strike up something with you guys out on YouTube. I know I'm not the only one that's kind of becoming restless from being in, but hey, we gotta do what we gotta do in order to stay safe. So, my name's Courtney. I said that already. I have 2 kids, set of twins. They're both 9, and I am a single parent. So my not necessarily issue, but dilemma now is trying to decide when I go to school, well, not school, but when I go back to work, because I just graduated college June the 6th. So now I'm trying to pursue my career. My dilemma is childcare. I do not have the funds to pay for a personal tutor to make sure that they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. Oh, the noise, that's me sitting on top of the toilet, sorry. To make sure they do their online work while I'm working. So that's my thing now, just trying to figure out how in the world am I going to be able to afford to work, because I need to work so I don't lose the information that I've gathered from being in school, so that way I can support my household. Ultimately, I have goals that I want to accomplish, and I just feel like that's my new challenge. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one that goes through this, but anytime you move to another level, just like a video game, my kids love video games. Anytime you're looking at tackling a new level, it's always a new thing, or I can't seem to find a word, but challenge that you're approached with. So when I was in school, my issues or challenges then were trying to make sure I was able to complete my course. So it was getting them to school on time, still getting to class on time, because my school was like literally almost an hour away from where I stayed, and just hoping throughout the day while they were in school that nothing happened. So that was my challenge, hoping that nothing happened to them while they were in school, while I'm trying to focus. So now my new challenge is I want to go to work. I need to go to work, but who's going to watch children while I'm out here working? And I don't really like asking people for help because I don't like being told no. But my dilemma is going to work and paying for childcare being the main thing that I'm spending money on, that I'm ultimately going out and trying to acquire is money so I can reach these goals to get a house so it can become more stable. But I don't want to spend the majority of my income on childcare. So we're going through the corona right now. We're still dealing with it. It's July and I'm in Florida and things are not getting any better, but they're still talking about opening up schools. I'm not comfortable sending my kids to school. I'm just not. Because they parents don't listen. So I know if the parents don't listen, the kids naturally are gonna follow suit. They can't help it. I was airplane. Sorry. But yeah, that's the challenge that I'm facing now. Sometimes I get overwhelmed because it's like, damn, when will things just become easier? But I'm starting to realize in life, nothing is really easy. Even the things that should be fairly simple and easy, they still come with a little bit of resistance. I guess that's the way of the universe trying to see if you really want it. I'm still trying to figure it out because, quite frankly, I haven't just yet. So like I said, I'm a single parent. I did try the co-parenting thing at one point, but it just really didn't benefit me or my kids. And I know that's weird to say, but that's honest. I'm being honest to tell with y'all right now. Like, it was weird, and I still don't quite understand how you can't co-parent with a person who you created kids with, but sometimes that's just how the cookie crumbles. And in my situation, it wasn't consistent co-parenting. And I'm not sure if anybody else has gone through that, but that was my issue. And then it got to a point where it was affecting the kids on an emotional level. And I just got to a point this past February where I was just like, I don't want to deal with it anymore. I've been dealing with it for 4 years, and I know a lot of people may be like, oh, you didn't try hard enough. Oh no, boo, I tried hard enough for myself. But the last go round trying to co-parent, it was just, the results were not benefiting the kids, and it was becoming a hassle. And then it was like another challenge where, okay, in the weekends they're going off with their other parent, but then I'm having an issue where I'm on edge because it was always something. Oh, I need uniforms, or, you know, just, it was always something. And that's kind of nerve-wracking when you're trying to work. So that's what I was doing when I was full-time going to school during the week. On weekends, that was really my only time to work, was when they were with their other parent. So I was bartending last year, I was a waitress last year, and I was also doing nails on the side because I'm a nail tech as well. So just the whole mentality of, once again, I'm stressed throughout the week hoping that they're good in school. Now on the weekends, I'm worried about whether or not it's going to be something that I forgot, or something that the other parent doesn't feel like they want to do, even though they're doing it for their kid. And it was just too much. Like, damn. I mean, I understand life is stressful, but it shouldn't constantly be like that. So I just felt like at this point it was better, even though it's really not better, for me to just go ahead and no longer deal with that, because ultimately I just felt like he really didn't want to do his part, and you can't force people to do stuff they don't want to do. You just can't. So I was previously married. I am divorced now. And yeah, things are a little difficult, but I'm starting to realize it's always going to be something. So the best thing, because you being upset and depressed about it for too long doesn't change the situation. You still have to deal with it. So the best thing now is for me to try to figure out, how can I make money in the medical field, because that's what I went to school for, and still make sure that my kids are safe. Still haven't quite figured it out yet, but I'm just staying positive at the moment. On another note, dating. I know some of you are probably like, Courtney, you've already tried dating. You tried being in a relationship, being married, that didn't work. But I am honestly a romantic, and just the idea of having a partner, and to really have a good partner, I think that would be beneficial to my life and to my kids as well, on an emotional level as well as other ways. I just feel like healthy relationships are good for everybody. And let me tell y'all, maybe about 3 weeks ago, I was having a moment where I was like, I understand how people end up having kids and then they don't date for 10 years or so, or until their kids become more independent, because it's difficult. It's nerve-wracking, and ultimately when you're dating and you have kids and you're looking for a partner, you're not just dating people for the pleasure of having a physical interaction with them. So yeah, it's just difficult with dealing with you getting attached and your kids getting attached and things not working out. So I'm like going back and forth on that, because dating is very confusing for me. It's a lot of games and a lot of different things that people tend to do where they're not so honest, and I'm still not used to it. I guess I'm old school. I've heard that a lot during this whole transition of going from being married to being separated, single, and now dating. I've heard that often, like I'm really old school. But at the same time, it's nothing wrong with that. It's just me finding my way through this whole process. So now my focus is trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with the kids while I go back to work. Because under normal circumstances, if we weren't going through COVID, they would have been going back to school, and then that would have been the perfect opportunity for me to go to work. Like, I could literally get a job right now, working in a lab, but who's gonna watch my babies? So yeah, that's what I'm looking at. And oh Lord, it is not really frustrating as though I'm upset with them or that I feel like I made a mistake. It's more so with myself, because I know I guess I don't know how I could have made this any better, to be honest, because COVID just, I mean, it's its own thing. So until we as a whole do what we're supposed to do to kind of like eradicate it by staying quarantined, by staying within our own spaces and doing social distancing, everything's going to be how it is for a while. But I think what I should do, or I'm supposed to do, is to just keep myself in a positive mindset. At this point, that's all I can do. And it would probably be a little easier for me if I had like another positive outlet, not necessarily in a relationship, a romantic relationship, but just another outlet of being able to interact with someone in a more consistent fashion. Because that's something too about dating that I've realized is one day you're talking to somebody, the next day you're not. Or with me in particular, I'm always thinking about things and trying to sort out stuff, and I may be interacting with someone, but I'll get depressed or I'll feel sad about my current situation. I just feel like that's not something I want to bring to someone else. I ended up running into a friend of mine maybe a month ago, and I was talking to her and expressing to her, like, yeah, I just graduated from college, but I don't feel like I'm together enough yet to really start seriously dating, because I need to get my career started. And she was like, Cortney, like you was focusing on school, you're focused on your kids, it's okay to date right now. Like, you can really be trying to connect with someone on a more intimate level, a serious level. Like, it's okay. And I understand where she's coming from, but it was like in the back of my mind, I'm still thinking like I need to be stable. But again, I don't know. I think I just have to find my own balance in it, because I realize nothing is just gonna be smooth sailing for me. That's just not what it is. That's not my life. And I think that's something that probably bothers me. But I'm pretty sure if more people were honest about their lives, I wouldn't feel as though I'm doing something not right. Because I'm pretty sure this has to apply to a lot of folks. What else? So I did this little nice natural look. I'm not a good makeup artist. I struggle when I'm doing makeup because I don't do it consistently. And I realized with anything, you have to do it often to get better at it. So yeah, I created these eyebrows from scratch. But I grew up in a really strict household, and I think that may have a lot to do with the way that I date. But just last week, I swear I had an epiphany in reference to this guy that I have been kind of like getting to know for a while. And I just noticed the way that relationship was kind of like turning made me reflect on the relationship that I had with my family and how there are a lot of unresolved issues there. And I was like, wow, I went from feeling unsettled with some of the things that was going on in that relationship to this just shined a light on some things that I have not resolved with my own father. And I don't know how to resolve them, but I know that some stuff took place and it kind of awoke some emotional scars that I forgot I even had or didn't realize I had. And it wasn't the same exact situation, but it was something that kind of made me realize like, oh my God, this is why I feel like that. Because something similar happened with my father. Like, damn, like full circle. And it just made me feel uneasy. And that's when I was like, I need to start praying. And I'm not really a religious person at all. I would consider myself more spiritual. And I go back and forth with that a lot as well, because I was brought up in a household where one parent was really religious or somewhat religious, and the other parent was just like, you have the control, you do what you need to do to get things done. And that is very conflicting. Like, it's very conflicting because I'm constantly going back and forth, because I feel like there are a lot of things about religion that don't feel right. But then at the same time, I find that there are things within religion that give me comfort. So that, the laughing in the background of my kids watching something on Netflix, I think it's anime or Pokemon or something, I don't know. But they are really living it up. Plus it's Saturday night, so I'm letting them, you know, stay up past the bedtime. But yeah, so I go back and forth with that. But I do feel as though if I listen more to my inner thoughts, not necessarily the ones that are influenced by my insecurities or my past trauma, that would lead me in the right direction. But I'm so unsure of myself at this moment, because I really struggle with the mindset of, I need to start my career, I need to start working, and I can. But I also get overwhelmed with what's going to happen with my kids, because unlike a lot of people, I cannot afford certain things. So yeah, and I just don't want to be in a position where I'm working just to end up coming home with nothing because I've spent everything. Because I've actually did that before. I literally had a job where the money that I made that day at the job, I spent in the process of getting to and from that job. Just gas alone. Like, it was crazy. So yeah, at some point I know I'll probably end up doing more than one thing at the same time in order to bring in income, and that'll be okay. I just don't want it to take away from the time that I can connect with my family, because that's something that happens a lot when you're doing a whole bunch of different things at the same time, that you kind of don't have as much time to put into relationships. And for me, relationships, personal relationships, are important. So yeah, that's what I am struggling with and dealing with at the moment, is just trying to find balance. So yeah, I guess the more I come here and we talk about it, or I discuss it, because it's not really like somebody's talking back to me, the more clarity I'll gain on the situation, because that's something I always do. I always end up gaining clarity. Things always end up coming together for me. I just have kind of gotten away from being secure within myself to really have that feeling come to me right now, like, Cortney, everything gonna be okay, don't worry about it, because it does, but just right now in the moment, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it, and I know it'll get better, because I've been told by so many people, Cortney, for some strange reason, you be getting knocked down left and right, but you don't give up. You keep going. And it's kind of funny, because I know that it's a compliment in there somewhere, but it still weighs heavy. Let me tell you, at one point, I think maybe about 6 months ago, everything was just kind of like pop, 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 like slapping me in my face left and right, to the point where I was like, damn, what the hell did I do in my past life? Cause girl, I don't remember you doing this much dirt to anybody, even having like messed up motives or hidden motives behind your mind, your thoughts, when you're interacting with people, to where you would be getting this type of karma. I was like, damn, what did I do in my past life? Like, was I a criminal? Like, did I break people's hearts? Like, what the F? Cause I couldn't understand. I'm like, damn, like how much do it gotta take? Yeah, it was crazy, but I got through it. I'm here now, and I'm pretty sure a lot of it will subside, and I'll feel better once I know that I have that like stableness of working and being able to provide and being able to bring home money and see that I'm getting closer to my goals. Because it's a few things that I would like to do outside of just, you know, create a stable foundation to get a house for me and my kids. And it's some things that I've been thinking about for a while. And I know if as long as I keep moving forward, I'll be able to get that. And that's with anything. That's the one thing I have learned through these past 4 years of separating from my ex, is that as long as I just keep moving forward, I will be okay. Like, keep moving forward. That is the takeaway that I want everybody to get from this video. As long as you keep moving, just keep moving. Sometimes you have to learn the same lesson over and over again, but once you finally get it, hold on to what that lesson has given you and just build on it. Build on top. Build on top. Acquire more information. Acquire more stamina. Whatever you need to get out of it, because sometimes, me, myself included, I am hard-headed, so it takes me a while. So, you know, but I know that it all means something. It's just you may not see the picture right then and there. Once you're done with that one goal that you have set for yourself, it may take a while for you to accomplish a few things before you understand the whole picture. And I just feel like that's what it's about. Just keep moving. Because you're not going to change your situation if you don't. And it's okay to wallow in regret, but don't live there. Don't create a whole house, a whole estate, and just stay. Because you won't get to where you're trying to go to. You just won't. You'll be stagnant. You'll be stuck. But yeah, I'll come back often to kind of show you guys my progress, because there's some other things I'm thinking I want to do. But tonight I was just inspired to talk because I'm here in the house with my kids and they have each other and I love them. But you know, sometimes I need a little interaction outside of them because I'm scared to go outside. Even to walk around the block, I'm scared because people don't wear masks. I actually have gone to the grocery store, which I don't even like doing. I like to order my groceries, and I've had people like touch me and talk to me. And I'm like, I don't know you, you know. And I don't want people to feel uncomfortable. But that's where we're at right now. You know, my mindset is always, I gotta get back home to my babies. So, but yeah, that's what I wanted to share with you guys, and hopefully we can get through this whole process together, because we have been in lockdown since March. Hold up, April, May? Yeah, March, because my birthday was April. And I remember having a Facebook Live birthday party. And that was my first time really going live, and it was very awkward, but at the same time, I didn't feel like I was by myself, which was the whole point of me even doing it. My best friend was like, yeah, you should do like a Facebook Live birthday party for yourself. And I was like, girl, that's a little weird. But when I did it, it made me feel good. Even though at that point, I think we had been in the house doing quarantine since maybe the 17th of March. And my birthday is April the 1st. So it had been a little while. So yeah, I'll start doing these videos, and anybody has any suggestions on different things that you may want me to talk about, I will. All right. And you guys take care, be safe, and just keep moving. Keep moving.